Some rules are meant to be broken. Some boundaries are meant to be crossed. And sometimes the only way to succeed is to do exactly what you're told not to. It's 1996, and I am fresh out of the FBI Academy holding my first case. Thai girls trafficked into the United States and forced into prostitution. Little Saigon, Westminster, California, the largest population of Vietnamese people outside of Vietnam. This is where I start. Girls stolen, exploited, invisible, and it's my job to find them. In my case file, there's a newspaper clipping about a local detective named Tommy Ratcliffe. He had rescued 2 Thai girls in Little Saigon recently, and I'm thinking to myself, this is my guy. So with my shiny new badge and all the confidence that Quantico drilled into me, I stride into the Westminster Police Department and announce, Gina Osborn, FBI, I'm here to see Detective Ratcliffe. Silence. Every officer avoids my gaze. The desk sergeant, he barely even acknowledges me. My stomach starts to tighten. After what seemed like forever, Ratcliffe finally appears. He's gruff, clearly unimpressed, and in no mood to deal with a rookie federal agent. So I launch into my case as I follow him to his office, and before I even finish, he writes down 3 names on a piece of paper, stuffs it into my hand, and without saying a word, he escorts me out the back door while I'm still talking. Not the front door, the back door. So an hour later, I'm at the FBI office, and I'm running the names. They're not small-time criminals. They're linked to international organized crime. I struck gold. I rushed to my senior agents, and they say, whoa, wait. You need to be careful with Westminster. It turns out the FBI and this local department, the relationship was complicated. After a few cases that didn't go exactly as planned, the tensions were this high with the chief. So the message was clear: stay away from Westminster. Except that wasn't an option. The case was at stake. The girls, these victims, were at stake. The truth was at stake. Everything I needed was on the other side of this wall. So I go back, same police station, same skeptical faces. This time when Ratcliffe came out to get me, his face said it all. I was officially federal gum on the bottom of his shoe. Instead of taking me back to his office, this time he led me straight into the chief's conference room where 2 other detectives were waiting. And then the chief walks in, tall and stern, a soft pink carnation in his lapel, an interesting fashion choice for someone I think is going to eat me alive. He doesn't speak, he doesn't sit, he just stares. And I'm thinking, maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I should back off. Except backing off could mean the girls could disappear forever. So finally, after an unbearable silence, the chief reluctantly says 9 words that change everything. You can work this one case, and that's it. And that's all I need. That fragile thread of trust becomes a breakthrough. Ratcliffe and I, we bust the trafficking ring, rescue the girls, and even form an Asian organized crime task force. So for the next 5 years, I sit in the basement of the Westminster Police Department, side by side with the man who shooed me out the back door. And that case taught me the single most powerful lesson of my career. The only thing standing between you and breakthrough success is a maverick mindset. Now, a maverick is an unorthodox, independent-minded person, someone who doesn't go along with the program. The problem is our world isn't set up for mavericks. We're taught to follow the rules, stick to systems, play it safe. Yet real progress, whether in business, leadership, or life, rarely comes when we play it safe. The people who break through, they're not asking for permission. They're the ones willing to challenge assumptions, push boundaries, and be bold. And that's why the maverick mindset matters. It's not about being reckless. It's about being relentless. It's the ability to see beyond what's expected, challenge the obvious, and act boldly in the face of uncertainty. Because the extraordinary doesn't wait. It belongs to those who are willing to create it. Are you willing to create it? If you are, I've got 3 maverick moves that you can put into practice. Think of them as power plays that will turn barriers into breakthroughs and the impossible into the inevitable. Maverick move number 1, see beyond the obvious. The first maverick move is about thinking like a seasoned investigator, stepping back, scanning the full picture, and seeing what's on the other side of that wall. So if we're at a crime scene, a rookie will fixate on the obvious: a bloody knife, a footprint, a single clue. But that maverick investigator, she sees the pattern. The knife reveals the wound. The footprint shows the getaway. And the position of the body, well, that tells the rest of the story. Breakthrough success works the same way. In business, it's easy to get stuck on that single problem. A budget cut, a difficult team member, a strategy that just isn't working. Those are the bloody knives of your situation. The real solution comes when we step back, see beyond the obvious, and find the hidden truth. The people who break through, they're not the ones who are reacting to what's in front of them. They're the ones who see beyond it. Maverick move number 2, work the case from a different angle. The second maverick move is about never putting all of your bets on one approach. Mavericks don't wait for a single path to work. They create multiple pathways to success at the same time. In the FBI, we call this running a parallel investigation. If you're investigating a criminal network, one team will follow the movements, while the other team, they follow the money. Sometimes the movements will tell us nothing, but the money, that's the single thread that unravels everything. The same can work in business. Sometimes a strategy just doesn't work, but you can't quit. You have to work that case from a different angle. Say you're leading a team. Don't just push harder, find that hidden leverage. If you're getting ready to launch a new product, don't just sell more, redefine success, and pursue it relentlessly. Mavericks don't wait and hope. They pivot and act, and that's how they win. Maverick move number 3, anticipate the unseen. The third Maverick move is about reading the room, sensing that shift, and adapting before it's too late. In the FBI, situational awareness can mean the difference between a mission that succeeds and one that blows up in your face. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And one that blows up in your face. If you have a single course of action, then you'll crash. But if you anticipate the unseen, you stay ahead. The person who is a maverick isn't one that reacts to what's ahead of them. Again, they're seeing what's beyond it. The only thing standing between you and breakthrough success is a maverick mindset. Because a breakthrough, it doesn't happen when we follow the rules. They happen when we think differently, when we act boldly, and when we pursue relentlessly. And that's what mavericks do. When we see beyond the obvious, we see the truth here in plain sight. When we work the case from a different angle, we create new pathways to success. And when we anticipate the unseen, we stay ahead while everyone else falls behind. And when you start thinking like a maverick, barriers don't stop us. They launch us forward. We stop waiting for that special, perfect moment, and we start making it happen. We don't just navigate change, we create it. And that's what the maverick mindset makes possible. Well, here's the twist. Remember that gruff detective that sent me out the back door? Well, it turned out Detective Radcliffe had already vouched for me to the chief, making a maverick move of his own. Now, it's your move. What is the breakthrough that you've been waiting for? And what's the maverick move that you're going to make to get there? Because breakthroughs, they don't just happen. We create them. So the only question I have left is, will you think like the rest, or will you think like a maverick? Thank you.